Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a good Monday today. I hope you've had a good weekend and part of last week when tech issues arrived to say no, you can't continue, Celeste. That was rough, but I think I want to say cautiously optimistic. We might have things fixed. Everything good. I see dude at least should be able to hear me, which is great. Oh gosh. Hey there, Flying Baguette. Good to see you as well. Hopefully replacement parts fix issues. So far so good, I'm assuming. Considering I didn't have to immediately shut down because 20 things seemed to be going wrong, you know? So, fingers crossed. But we're back again with Celeste today. Today, of course, the 1st of June, so I want to wish everyone a happy and safe Pride Month out there, okay? Take care of yourselves. I've got your back. I don't have too much more poignant to say because I was very... I was very focused on other things rather than writing up an entire heartfelt type of speech. But I'm with y'all. Hopefully it was all just hardware failure, so issues will not pop back up again. Right? Yeah, I'm hoping that too. We're back with Celeste. We're getting and immediately dying because I walked straight into the spike. But we're hopefully gonna get through this stage at the very least today. That means a lot. Happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride! Uh-oh. Yep. This is gonna be a little bit of a warm-up bit here, which is always fun when it's a difficult level. This is the warm-up, right? Ah, crud. The timing was not great there. I have to remember how my routing went on this last time and then get used to the controls again because it's been a little bit, the rust of a few days. I'm sure y'all know how that is. Yeah, that was bad timing just in general. Okay. Somehow saved that a little bit. Oh gosh. Yeah, that was... I wasn't expecting to catch the ledge just then. Okay, let's see if we can get this going. Not like that, apparently. We're gonna be struggling here a little bit still, which I kind of expected, but even if my husband wanted to say I'd get it immediately today, the next time that I popped up, but I guess part of it is nerves too. Just not having been sure whether things would work today. Oh boy. Yeah, that was almost going well. And then I just ran into the wrong part of that corner. Yeah, not that low. The room is quite tricky, but you're making good progress. Thank you. I feel like I'm starting to puzzle it out, you know, over the last couple of streams here. Oop. Yeah, that was just a rough adjustment on that one. Oh, and then I just missed the platform entirely. Don't you just hate when you miss the platform entirely? I can't even say that's a platforming game issue solely for me. Sometimes that can be really clumsy and just miss an entire step. That ever happened to anyone? Oh, well, I definitely missed that. I think I'm trying, once again, too hard to get the perfect jump, and that's what's messing me up a little bit here. As folks have pointed out to me previously. You way too often choke on water. Yeah, I've had that happen too. Water, or even sometimes like my own you know, kind of like stumbling over own feet, you know, like ooh. Well, somehow caught that. It'll be funny if that's the winning attempt here. Oh boy, yeah. It wasn't gonna be, but it would have been funny. I got all 3 medallions, though. Sometimes even, like, if I have too much spit or something, I'll choke on that. Is what I was about to say before I got sidetracked there. That's always a fun, clumsy thing that happens. Yeah, I just didn't do the right jump there. This room is gonna be a few hundred deaths in and of itself. I can already tell that. Yeah, my hesitation, not realizing I'd grabbed the ledge there, is what did that one. Eventually I'll get this. I know I'm just kind of throwing myself around a little bit, just to figure out what works, but... Oh, that was not good timing. I felt pretty confident about that until, suddenly, Dust Bunny. Ooh, that was not the order of operations on that one. Did I actually just diagonal down? Don't ask. Okay, we're gonna take a quick sip of tea because clearly I'm just still a little frazzled from the going like, please, please, please work today, please work, you know? Breathe. I should have let go. Oh well. Oh boy. Yep, almost got the ledge I wanted there, but to salvage that, but unfortunate. Sometimes you gotta think quick. And I was not thinking quick at that moment. Yeah, this is gonna take a few still. Okay. And that is not exactly how I wanted that to go, but it was something. Yeah, that approach seems to go well as long as I don't mess up the first dash here. Just okay, that's not how I intended it, but and then I just missed the platform entirely. But yeah, this is a tricky room. Again, that's not how that was supposed to go, but oh well. Oh boy. I thought I had it and then I didn't had it. Yeah, it's obvious I've gotten rusty over the last few days, I would say. But of course it jumps me right back in here, and I'm not complaining about that, just... Thank you, dude. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Uh-oh. Yeah, that just didn't go the way that was supposed to, the wall jump. Like, I think I'm like 2/3 of the way there, just in general, of getting it. I just have to execute a little bit better. Oh dear. Yeah, I should have dashed to the wall there. And then just bounced off of the platform. Kinda like that, but the dust bunny wasn't supposed to be there. Dang it. I tried to save it. And this is where someone's gonna tell me I did like I'm doing it like the most complicated way imaginable. Oh gosh. And I dashed the wrong way. Gosh darn it. That was going well for a moment though. Okay. Oh boy. Oh no. Dang it. I was supposed to grab the bottom of that ledge, not the one below it. Like there. Okay. That's not how that was meant to go again, but we're starting to get to getting the medallions at least on a regular basis instead of just flailing around. Oh boy. Oh, so close. I should have dashed sooner. I was thinking I'd wait like just another split second or so. Bad timing. Oh, that wasn't how that was supposed to go at all. Or that. And it's always great when my hands are going like numb right at the start of a start of a stream while I'm trying to focus on things. Oops, that was... I thought I could scooch down a little farther. Oh well. Yeah, that's the first time I've mentioned that in a while. Dang. Yeah, that is the type of thing that happens sometimes when I'm playing platformers. It's like, oh, you thought you could actually play a game today. Well, nope. Why did I get stuck? Excuse me, game, why did I get stuck? I know I was gripping the wall, but I was also supposed to wall jump. Oh boy. Things suddenly going the opposite direction of the way I wanted. Okay, hold on. Oh, thank goodness. We're through! Oh my gosh. Okay. That calls for some tea. For a sip of tea while I ponder out what the heck I'm doing here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So probably I want to do, well, not fall, but I want to dash immediately and then to get the height to get up here. And then timing is gonna be a beast, but and of course, diagonals. Diagonals are also important here. In theory, this one should be a cakewalk compared to the last one, but I don't want to jinx it either. Rough timing. I was looking too far right. I wasn't paying attention to the closest one. That's my fault. Again. Waited too long. I should probably be going a lot sooner on that. I could be wrong with my assumption there. That wasn't how I expected that jump to go, but it worked for a moment until it didn't. Yeah. Waited way too long on that. Once again, at least we get to listen to like an absolute banger soundtrack in the midst of all this, because I would not be able to sit through all this if I couldn't at least listen to good music at the same time. Yeah, I'm just messing up my timing in general right now. Okay. If I told you the ones that are hardest to remember are the ones just circling around. Like, oh yeah, the up and down. The up and down dust bunnies are the concern, and then I immediately forget about the ones that are just kind of hovering. Okie dokie. What are we looking at here? Pain. Pain is what we're looking at here, most likely. Because how do I do this without using more dashes than I have? I think I see how to, but it's definitely gonna be a mess. There's gonna be a lot of wall grabbing and jumping and all. Probably less grabbing than I think, but still grabbing involved. Ow. Not great timing. Oh no. At least I didn't die that time. These are weirdly like trance-inducing, if that makes sense. Like just the back and forth, trying to get the timing down. Really? Okay. I was doing well for, like, the first couple of attempts, I feel like, and then now I'm probably overthinking it some. Because, yeah, I'm going, like, I need to get over that one corner and then immediately, like, diagonal dash up is what I'm thinking. But I have to get there first. Of course, I'm also killing my momentum with doing the wall clinging, but hence why I'm going, I think I'm overthinking it a little bit, but I think I'm more or less on the right track with what I've been musing over in my head, but it's just trying to actually get it to happen is the tricky part there. I can make the plan in my head, but if I can't pull it off, you know. Pardon me. Oh boy. Yep. Just bad timing there. But I at least made it to where I need to do that jump. Should have just hung out there for a sec, probably. Wait for it to come back around so I actually had a platform to kick off of. Oh gosh. Well, I got the diagonal. Just didn't catch the ledge I needed. Dust bunnies. The timing was rough. I keep forgetting it's going in the opposite direction of the other two. Yeah, I need to hang out there for longer, probably. And I've completely forgot my initial wall kick there. I was so focused on what was after. Don't get ahead of yourself. Is a grand lesson to take from that. I just had a toe dip into that dust bunny. You gotta hate that, you know. When it's just a pixel off, it feels like. Ah, I was hanging out too long, I think, on that one, because then I slipped. And this is where I probably hear that I'm hanging out too long on walls waiting for the perfect opportunity. Which is probably true. I feel like that one was one of the closer attempts, honestly. Oh, and then I climbed. Maybe I shouldn't... Since that's doable, maybe I shouldn't even be trying to grab the left wall. There's a thought. I wasn't sure if I needed to do that or not. But it's stuff that sometimes you don't realize until you actually get there, right? Oh, I've been doing this the hard way. That seems about right on that one. Okay, I know I can pinball correctly here. It's not a pinball section, but... the way I'm bouncing sure does feel like it at times. And again, the timing. Unfortunate. So as we're going into late spring, early summer, does anyone have any like plans to anything planned for the summer since or I suppose winter for anyone who's in the southern hemisphere. Oh gosh, made it through the door. Is anything planned? Do you have anything interesting coming up this month? I'm looking forward to, well, it's gonna be later this month. I'm gonna be the grand age of older towards the end of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. You can decide whether that's sarcastic or not. Oh gosh. I don't feel comfortable with this jumping. Ah, dang it. I made it farther than I expected on that attempt, honestly. I thought it was a good attempt too, yeah. I don't like not being able to rest between the between stops here. I was hopeful I could reach. The answer was no. Was hoping to go paragliding again this summer. Not sure it's gonna happen. Ah, but paragliding though, I've never been. That sounds awesome. Make sure that my chat window is working right now. Yeah, I am sorry to hear that that you're unsure whether it's gonna happen. Oh gosh, we're back here. No! Ah. I caught the ledge and it just didn't go well. I was almost out of the room. Oh. It's the ultimate feeling of freedom when you're up there all alone, nothing but birds. I bet. You've got like the feeling of the wind around you and all that. Apart from the wind, is so quiet. For me, I'm like mildly a scaredy cat in that regard, but so it sounds awesome. I've never done it, and I'm probably never going to, but it just sounds incredible, you know? Oh boy. Okay. Dang it. I should have moved quicker on that. I was almost in the spot where I needed to be. Oh dear. One of your long-term goals is to move closer to the mountains for that reason. I can totally get that. I do like heading up to the mountains that that dude and I can actually travel to without having to leave the cats behind for too long. Oh, I got distracted slightly. Hello! Good to see you, H-Muda Gamer. 3B, shoot. Yeah, we're here on 3B. We do love the mountains. We do. Oopsies. Oh dear. Yeah, I mistimed that. I knew mid-air, I was like, I messed up. There we go. Now we're out of here. Okay, now what? I definitely see the forming dust bunnies on the sides here. I feel like this is probably something that I'm about to overthink, but we'll... You'll play 4B with me because you got PS Plus. Oh, nice. Oh. And you had the Platinum Trophy. Nice. Ah, here we go. I was too slow, but I'm sure y'all saw the vision there. I keep trying to grab the wall rather than landing on the platform on top. Which is its own gamble, of course, but... Oh boy. I didn't realize I was actually on the platform at that moment, so that was flying blind. 7B taught you an easy way? I see. Oops. I probably shouldn't have hesitated there just in the first place. Oh. Case in point. Like, I just went right through that. I don't know why I'm trying to grab the right side of that block when the easier way is just to do this. It seems like. And why did I think that was a platform? Because why wouldn't a washer be a platform? I mean... I know that seasides exist. I do not plan on doing them, on stream, honestly. If people ask, maybe I will one day, but the current plan is to get through the B-side so I can do Farewell. There we are. We're through that. And what fresh pain is this? Farewell is a lot harder than the seaside, so I've heard. You'd recommend doing the seasides before Farewell? We'll definitely we'll think about that. Right now we're at least gonna get ourselves set up so that we can do Farewell. If that makes sense. You know, make sure the option is open to us. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. The somehow make it around this corner without... Even you can't beat ooh. Yep. I do know that it's quite challenging. One of my friends who drops by occasionally, you might have seen them in chat, you know, has played through the game multiple times and still has a rough time with Chapter 9, so I know that there's a... I know for sure that there is a challenge involved. Like, I have no, delusions about making it through without pain, but... The sub 50-minute farewell guy, not that I recall. I don't recall him mentioning that, no. I would go with, I'm mostly talking about Austin, who drops by on occasion. Dang it. I almost made it to the dash refill. But yeah, I don't remember that coming up with Austin in particular. Dang it. Doing farewell first does have the advantage of making the seasides easy afterwards. Yeah. I would imagine so. Right now, I'm feeling like doing the... Like doing the B-sides is, probably gonna be infinitely easier than the... Not infinitely easier, infinitely harder than... Hold on. Strike that. The C-sides are gonna be infinitely easier than the B-sides. There we go. You're not sure if you've even met him. He doesn't always speak up in chat. A lot of the time he's lurking. But he does chime in on occasion. Oh, the sub 50. I think I've only. I think I remember. I don't remember who even said that, honestly, but at the moment, that may be from a different chat. Maybe. The topic sounds familiar. I just don't remember who would have said it in this chat. But I do get people occasionally, you know, making similar claims, you know, when I'm struggling on a section of something, you know, it's like, oh, I did this in this many tries, and it's like, it's awesome. That's awesome for you. It's my first time playing, you know, it's... So, maybe be a little less, maybe slightly less boastful. I don't know. Sometimes the tone carries through a little off. I didn't think I was gonna grab the ledge there. I thought I'd missed it. This is a very tricky corner for me. You think it was here? You vaguely remember the stream layout and being a fellow Delta Marine. Ah, I see. Yeah. People get excited when it's a game that they like and forget it can get overbearing. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's cool. I'm happy for you. You know, just... When it's like the first message, sometimes it can be a little, like, okay, cool. Are you trying to demoralize me a little bit, you know? Some folks can be a little trollish with it, is all I'm getting at. It's not everybody, but it's enough where it's a notable occurrence. It feels like. Dang it, I wasn't quick enough. You know what? I'm gonna try to help you. Okay, what am I messing up at the moment? I give you permission for this room at the moment. Dang it. What am I messing up on this specific room? I'm going to take a wild guess. It has to do with the wall across from this. Which I had previously judged to be too far away to be of assistance. But I could be very wrong about. Because I do know that my depth perception and measurements in games can be a little funky. Dang it. Oh gosh. Man. I probably should have used that a lot sooner, huh? Probably should have used it the moment that I hit it, is my guess. Got to the room via assist mode. Ah. every time when I don't want to do a diagonal, I do a diagonal. Every time I try to do a diagonal, I don't do a diagonal. Why are you good? You did the from first try. Oh my god. Congrats. Oh my gosh. Please. Please. Oh, thank goodness. I made it. So I think you did help in the end. Nope. Don't ask me how I somehow missed that little platform. Yep, not good timing there either. Okay. I wanted to hit that. Dang. Oh, that was not good. That was not good timing. Oh, that's not great. When I completely miss the dash refill is just, oh no. And again with the, I don't mean to do a diagonal all the time with that, but that's how that went. Uh-oh. Nope. Oh gosh. I almost saved that. You found a consistent strat for this room, you mean? Because I feel like I'm getting, like, fairly consistent results. It's just, I keep missing that dash refill, and that's kind of messing me up a little bit. Oh. I forgot there was one going up and down that wall. I should have jumped off of it. Because all in all, this room isn't that bad. There we are. Oh dear. What even is this? Bruh, indeed. That's what my thought was looking at this area. You were typing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I can't just kind of... I can't just sit there and wait for typing. I'm sorry. But feel free to type it out, though, still, because, you know, I'm game to hear what the more consistent route would have been on that. Because I felt like I was doing okay, but could have also done better, you know, clearly. Okay, so dashing would probably have made each of these things a lot easier to get through, but I only get one of them. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, and I have to use it like right away, it looks like. Either that or climb up here and kick off. Yeah, I have to dash, I'm pretty sure. That was just bad timing. Yeah, I should have just gone. Nope. Even then, that took longer than it should have, probably. Because then I couldn't grab as much as I needed to there. Oops. Needed the wall. Die, wait until the bunny moves its eyes, go get as close to the void as possible and dash upright, then try to get the same cycle on the second part. That was the strat? I see. Yeah, I just was grabbing way too much on these walls, I think. There we are. Oh, and that falls. So that's rough, but I at least got to the springboard. Using the wall that has the lantern to save a grab? Well, right now I'm trying to... puzzle out how it would save a grab, because I need to get up to the trying to get up there kind of uses more grab, you know? And unfortunately, I've covered that now, so I need to reset that room, but Nope. Ah. I probably should just be kicking off instead of grabbing on those, honestly. Ow. I may or may not also need to save a dash, but... Huh. Okay, we're through. Bad timing. Okay, let me take a look at this again real quick. Okay, timing, jump up. We'll jump up there. Da, 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 da. Okay, dashing is a good idea. I just probably need to do a diagonal. I can get the refill. Unfortunately, I can't see what's past the large spike, for lack of better word, in the ceiling there. Because I'd like to, but... Ow. I got a little bit of a glimpse of it that time. And I needed to save it for that. Okay. So the dash refill is very necessary even if I don't use the dash. Well, not... That sounds... Now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds silly. But I think folks can kind of get what I meant by it. That the dash is very needed there. It's not just, you know, insurance policy. Ow. Okay, why? Rhetorical question. Am I not getting enough height here? Maybe I should be going, like, starting up here, but that makes the timing work a little funky. So I'm not sure that's the right call there. This is a hard room. Yeah, that's the impression I've gotten. Oh boy. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to make it there at that moment. But also, I have to figure out how to do that in the middle of flying through everything else. I tried to quickly get through that, and that was not the right call, I'm sure. Ow. You think you did a sub-pixel perfect by accident? Oh. Interesting. Shoot. I feel like overall, even though I'm dying here, I feel like I'm getting back into my groove though. So I'm feeling pretty confident about at least getting through this chapter today. Well, the B side. This one that I've been struggling with the last couple of streams, you know? I'm getting warmed back up. You know, I brought up summer earlier and I completely forgot that there's like, I'm pretty sure there's an event that companies like to announce new games at. Isn't it like the Summer Game Fest or something along those lines? I don't remember when that comes up. I'm gonna have to look into that. Oop. Gonna have to check into that. I don't really do reaction content or anything, but be good to see if there's anything new coming out from that any of us should be keeping an eye on, you know? Ow. Way too early. Now, of course, the summer sale coming up, I can pick up even more stuff that I'll probably never play, but the constant struggle of me where there's always too many games and not enough time to play them. Especially since I'm very much I very much have an eclectic taste. Platformers, Metroidvanias, and all that stuff. I needed another jump there, I think. Off the wall. Pardon. Try going below the bunny to the left of the crystal? I think I had before, and I just wasn't, like, executing that well. When you say below, do you mean like going below the entire wall there and then up, or? Not the wall, okay. Just the bun. Okay, so kind of like what I just did without the fail. I would presume. Oop. But grab under the spike. I'll see what I can do, but... Was it a little closer to that? Like, I don't think that was quite how you were talking about, but... Oh gosh, I made it anyway. Whether that was the correct way or not, I made it. Okay, now this is definitely a matter of timing. Ow. Whew. I almost had it like the timing right the first couple tries there, and now I'm overthinking it, I'm sure. And I was just standing way too close to the ledge on that one. In general. Okay. You look away for a few minutes to come back to see this nightmare. Welcome back, dude. Yeah, this is a relatively fresh, nightmare on this one. Yeah, that was just plain bad timing on... I get what you're saying about try dashing when the eyes stop moving downwards. I'm just kind of going like... I'm not sure if that timing is working for me. Like, maybe I need to just go grab and then drop. That was just bad timing on that. For me. Not the hint given. That was just, I mistimed it entirely. Try binding a second jump key. I mean, I had almost good timing there. I just didn't realize I was going there. Okay, so I have this. So I do have a second jump key. I have A and Y. A is much more comfortable for me. Hey, Osty, there you are. Just talking about you earlier. Good things, to be clear. You did using left button as a jump? Yeah, my trigger buttons do nothing on this controller for this game. Yeah, that... You have 3 jump keys? Oh. Do you not know how to bind keys? It's not that I don't know how to bind keys, it's that I usually don't bother with it. Usually this is comfy for me, is the A button being jump and whatnot. Oh yeah, actually the triggers are grab. That's what it is. That's what the triggers do. That's all that they do. It just didn't come up because of the we were talking about jumps. But yeah, I've... You tried a strat? Dang it. I wasn't even meaning to grab right there. You did this room 3 times in a row? Okay, don't do downward diagonal at that moment. Gotcha. Okay, that time I should have grabbed, honestly. I keep making it at least as far as that second ledge, but... Okay, so we fall at roughly the same speed as these things, but I don't want to, like, assume that it's safe to do this. I think it's worth a gamble, though. Just not that way. Yeah. It was worth testing, I think, but... That almost worked that time. Hey Toast, how's it going? Game is going. It's a little painful at times with rooms like this, but I hope things are going well for you. Oh, and for those who didn't hear me at the start, happy Pride Month, everyone. Okay. Dang it. I didn't quite slide past that time. You're chilling and playing a game at the moment? Nice! Okay, so I need to do kind of a smaller hop on this one, I think. Rather than the full jump, but we'll see. Dang it. Of course, it helps if I time the small jump right. Dang it. I'd love to make it through this room at some point. I think I found a more or less viable strategy, but it's just execution. Right into the wall. I should have should have tried to diagonal there, I think. Oop. And then I walked right into the side of it. And that's half the challenge, is trying not to walk into the side of that while I'm trying to jump when I'm on that ledge. Whew. Okay, I made it there. And then I jumped right into it again. I was trying to at least not get caught on the little divot in the floor there when I was dashing, but that bit me in the butt, I guess. Dang it. Although... Oops. I got dust bunnied in the face, unfortunately, on that. tried doing a hyper dash at the last part. I can't. Honestly, I don't remember the technique on that. So I might need a refresher. I'm pretty sure that that's. Okay. Yeah, and see, that was exactly why I jumped the first time, was to try not to get stuck on that ledge, but... because I had a feeling just a dash wasn't gonna do it, but... oh, man. Dashing diagonal and insta-jump. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, of course the challenge there is that, that diagonals don't work so good for me, you know? Most of the time. I'm doing pretty well with this section right now, but... and then that was an attempted diagonal there, and it didn't work for me, so... that time I was being a little silly and trying to see if I could just skip the corner, essentially. Yep. And I could. So I made it. That was still with controller. Okay. We managed to get to the binoculars without... the F? Ah. Let's see. Well, at least I have moments to pause right here while sitting on... pause, quote unquote, while sitting on the spring blocks here. This is a long room. They fall? Oh, they fall. Never mind then. I thought for a second they were gonna chill for me, but I guess not. Okay, so... have to plot this out carefully with the timing and all. Good thing there are dash refills because, oh boy. Pardon me. Don't tell her? Was I not supposed to hear about the fact that they fall? Was the surprise spoiled for me, unfortunately, there? Oh no, I should have dashed. Oop, bad timing. I assume that's what you meant by don't tell her. Whoopsies. These dust bunnies need to chill, indeed. Oh, that message got held for review, so I missed that. I do take pleasure in your suffering. Well, at least it's amusing to people. At least me dying over and over is funny. Like, it makes it somewhat worth. It helps me feel slightly better. Just, I know it sounds weird, but if I'm gonna fail funny, that type of thing, you know? If that makes sense. Oop. I should have gone already. Uh-oh. Oop. For you, the dying is irritating you. I'm sorry. I do get that though, because like when you've played a game enough that it's like, no, don't do that, you know. No, don't make the same mistakes I did. In theory, you know, I'm not saying that you definitely did. Just saying that that's kind of the reason why it makes people flinch a lot of the time. It's like, no, I expected you to do better. Would have been really funny to see you fully expect those blocks to stay there and just be like, oh no! Right? Just vibing with she will get there. Thank you, Toast. I appreciate you. Oops. That was just bad timing in general on my end there. Oh no, I almost made it. I almost made it to the other dash refill. Oopsies. Oh gosh. I made it. Well. That was only telling me, like, with neon lights that I need to go this way. Oh gosh. Hi, Oshiro. And I walked immediately into dust bunnies because I was thinking I was gonna be... Oh no. Gonna be safe to walk a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to save a dash here, but that's not gonna help me there. Okay. I wasn't sure if the timing was gonna work out for me on... Yeah, the timing for trying to Goomba stomp him is not working out, I think. Okay. Good luck, Oshiro time, right? Oh no, I should have kicked off. Dang it. I don't know what I expected on that. Right then. Dang it. Let's see. Oh, well, I regained a dash where I wasn't expecting it. Your phone died? Oh no! Get it on the charger! If you haven't already. Welcome back. Oop. But you're back on your phone? Okay, good, good. At least, hopefully it's on a charger and everything's a-okay otherwise. Dang it. I'm hoping to eventually get there, but this is definitely gonna take a few. It's manageable. Gotcha. I feel that. I feel that. Oh boy. Nope. Dang it. I just ran out of juice on the grab there. Yeah, that was not great timing. I thought I had a pretty good Goomba Stomp going there, but apparently the game just said no. Oh, I somehow missed the spring in the middle of that. Okay, that now it looks more doable. Spring. Okay, we made it to the next screen. And immediately got hit by Oshiro, but we'll make it work. And we were just talking about that Summer Game Fest, right? That you were abbreviating there. I was just talking about that. I couldn't remember when it was. I'm definitely going to be like, it's not going to be reaction content or anything, but I think I will probably watch it. If it happens at the same time as stream, I'm probably gonna be late getting to see it. But, you were asleep? No, don't worry about it, you know. I was, actually asking if anyone was excited, was looking for anything to, come up at Summer Game Fest, so, feel free, you know, feel free to chat on that. Okay. Let's get this guy through here. Oops. Starts at 5 our 5 o'clock or like 5 like GMT or UTC or okay. Dang it. You're hoping for new Kingdom Hearts news, but not holding breath. Yeah, fair. I do like me some Kingdom Hearts. So if they announced anything new for that, I'd be pretty hyped. Dang it. I need to sprint more on that. Okay. Dang it. I've got the overall challenge of that, figured out, I think, but oops. See, do the fans of Kingdom Hearts know what the game is about? At this point, it's probably a little tricky even for fans because some of the titles are so spread out across platforms. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 would be great, or a new Final Fantasy. I would definitely take, from what I've seen of Remake, and also just generally being a fan of the original, you know, I'm interested to see if when they get around to the next part. Final Fantasy VII Part 3, Resident Evil 9 DLC, and Code Veronica Remake are the main two. And then somewhere either at the State of Play or Xbox Showcase, Persona 4 hold on. My reaction thing is in the way here. Persona 4 Revival / Persona 6. And somewhere the last three free Crossroads DLC and maybe a year 2 expansion. And one of the games that had important info was a mobile game that no longer exists. Exactly. Also, sorry for kind of just sitting there at the start of the room, but I didn't want Oshiro interrupting important discussion. Heard from a video of a person doing the platinum trophy for a Kingdom Hearts game, and read a comment about the topic. And you would have to try to watch a Let's Play to get the story. Yeah, true. Oh boy. I gotta time this carefully, right? I probably need to do a Goomba stomp in the middle of this to make this work. And I mistimed it. Ow. Well, that timing could have worked out a little better, just in general, but that almost worked. Try not to get your hopes up because it's a Jeff event, but with everything about Final Fantasy VII at the bare minimum, you think that that's happening? Yeah, and people are looking for the next part for sure on that one. Also, the plot of the game is to do with the movie that they made in that game in one of the remake bundles in the prologue for Kingdom Hearts 4. But yeah, kind of tricky to get the full story of Kingdom Hearts, needless to say. Whoop! I almost made it. And then you can finally play Crisis Core in the OG. You have been waiting a while to play the OG. You know, waiting to see what the end of remake before you get there. Without the information, the movie is pointless or confusing. Owie. Yeah, definitely have to do that dash there. Not that I was trying to hang on to it at that moment, but... Okay, Oshiro, get over here. Made it. Okay. Now what? Oopsies. Past the year in May and still not even a title drop. Oops. I'm like 90% sure I have to start this with a Goomba stomp. And figure out how to do my jumps without constantly diagonaling. Or, yeah. Holy... Okay, I made it through the room. I don't know how I did that, but I made it through that room. You'd love for there to actually be a remake for the Sky Cooper. Oh, Sly Cooper. The Sly Cooper. Sky Copper threw me off for a second. Sly Cooper games like they did for Spyro. Yeah. Oh, I would love that. That's more of a wish list. Yeah. But you never know. Sly Cooper is a bit of a cult classic, so... Autocorrect. Yeah, I had a feeling it was something along those lines. Okay. So now to figure out how to do this in the midst of... Yeah. In the midst of Oshiro approaching from the left. Because... Yep, you sure did. Oh boy. Sky Cooper in the... Or Sky Copper in the Thievius Clouds, indeed. Uh-oh. Dang it. I'm trying to reduce my, my grab here, but... The use of grab, I should say. Dang it. Yes, I would actually be interested in seeing like a Sky Copper now that we're talking about. Just going Sky Copper, you know, just like a slight parody take on Sly Cooper. Your favorite farm sim got a remake you never saw coming, so weirder things have happened. True. Oh no. Yeah, had a feeling on that. Platforming while trying to avoid an enemy and insta-kill liquid. Yep, this game would cause you gamer rage. It can be a little frustrating. Hoping for a Persona 5 remake, it really needs it. I mean, it has been a little bit of time since that, huh? Sky Copper be like I'm stealing the clouds back from my family honor. Oh my gosh. No. I was holding on too long. I walked right into that. Or climbed, I should say, on that. I thought I'd get the Goomba Stomp. I did not get the Goomba Stomp. Okay. Hold on. Nope, I missed it. But yeah, the other thing about this section here, Anth, is trying to collect those little medallions so we could actually open up the path to the next area. So even more to do. Honestly, let us at least get Persona 6 first. We've been waiting years. Yeah, true. It was kind of a joke, I know, on Austy's part there. Oh, and I slipped. I used that. Persona 5 slowly getting close to reaching Skyrim levels of look, it's back again in the Anniversary Extended Edition. Real, though. I missed that. Man. Okay, we're gonna try from this angle again. And immediately die. What they actually need to do is 1 and 2, but apparently they don't exist. Yeah, apparently anymore. Like, I do love me some Persona past those numbers, but, oh my gosh, please. I'm here. I made it past Oshiro, I think. Unless he's gonna surprise show up now. Oop. I have to think about how to approach this. Owie. And I just mistimed that entirely. You know, it was but knowing Atlas, we would get another Persona 5 something. Yeah, which you're perfectly okay with, especially if it's a fighting game. Ooh. Before the already confirmed Persona 4 revival and Persona 6. Dang it. Oh, this is gonna be a mess here, this one. Dang it. I'm right there! Persona 6 isn't confirmed, the Persona 4 revival is confirmed. Persona 5 Rego or something like that, and they just do it again. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna end poorly, but I made an attempt anyway. Oh no, bad timing. Basically confirmed, did you see the protagonist leak? I don't think I have. And I'm not sure if Ant would have either. Cred. Anything involving Persona, wait for official confirmation. That's understandable. Oops. Shoot. Okay, I thought that timing was gonna be close enough, but I guess not. Especially anything potentially Persona 6. Yeah, that's also fair. Dang. Yeah, at this point, a lot of stuff would be up in the air about any potential Persona 6, I should say. Speaking of Final Fantasy, there are rumors going around about a 13 trilogy remake. So I guess you should play that. I cannot weigh in on that particular one, but that would be up to you on that one. I just mistimed that entirely. I don't know why it kind of spreads a little bit of the dust bunny ahead of me sometimes. I guess I slide or something without realizing it. You want to play them all, but gotta go back to 8 first, because you try to finish what you start, even if it's months later. And 8 is a good one. My opinion, at any rate. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I had, like, just barely any room there. Shoot. Okay. That was meant to be me grabbing the wall there, not running across the platform, but close enough, I suppose. Ow. Alrighty, hopefully we can actually get through this one. And then I completely failed to do the diagonal I wanted to do there. Oh well, here we go again. Hey Hawkeye, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Once again, at least it's good music in the midst of all this. Ow. Going okay, what's the current death count? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know at the moment, but we'll probably find out once I get through this room. Because the game will tell us. Death count, yes, essentially. Crud. Yeah, had a feeling. That's why I didn't want to move there. Death count, yes, just really does sum it up, huh? And I have just completely messed up my chances of getting through this, probably, but... Yep. I tried to salvage it, though. Okay. This B-side is definitely in the several hundred, if not thousand, at this point. Your cellular data is about to end. All right, well, catch you next time. Hopefully, Hmuda Gamer, have a good one. I assume that I'm at least interpreting that as you're probably heading out in a min. Thanks for hanging out today. Ow. I don't want to know is the correct answer, right? Although I am trying to adapt the mindset that the game encourages, where it's like, be proud of your death count, you're learning. Again, diagonals. Yeah, exactly, Baguette. Oh no. Also timing, but diagonals more than anything, because I'm getting, like, right there, and then I fail the important diagonal jump. Shoot. That was probably going to be a fail anyway, but I wanted to try to salvage it. Shoot. I thought it would wait for me just 1 picosecond longer. The answer was no. Eventually we'll make it through this room. Eventually. Oh my gosh, there we go. We're through. Hey Fuzzy, how's it going? Found what's wrong with your brain on the left side. Nothing is right on the right side. There's nothing left. Oh no, Fuzzy. You still gotta finish a metaphor and clear up score. Good karma. Okay, what's this number gonna look like here? Ow, 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 ow. 803. I think that's the worst quote-unquote number I've had so far on this game. Oh, boy. But we made it through. Just a few. Yeah, just a few. The new Digimon game keeps going on sale and you really want to play it? Ooh, yeah, there's so many games, so little time. That's just a recurring theme. Theme for me is just... I already have, like, a big library, then I have, like, a massive wish list, and then I don't even know what's coming out, you know, soon, and... oh, boy. There's a scene in the film Glory about learning that definitely applies here. If you know, you know. Oh, gosh. You know, I have seen that movie so many times because that was one of my mother's favorite movies. I can't remember the exact bit that you're going for, but I've seen it a lot. You love when you finish a map and it just doesn't stop and goes into thousands. Ow. Well, I know that we're not getting through this today, but we're at least gonna get started with the half hour that we have. Learning left or right with the... Okay, I think I remembered the scene now. I can't quote... I can't quote it, but... I think I know which scene you're talking about now. Oop. Of course it helps if I remember to do another dash there. Probably. Ow. And get these under control. Can I get you to move diagonally down, please? Or at least down. Maybe. The Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth games are good, and they play similarly to Persona, the one that you played anyway. Okay, so not down. We definitely want the diagonal down, I think, there. Either that or go up and drop just enough. Ow. It's diagonals again. The quote is literally, now you're learning. I needed to go right, not not that. Oop. Yeah, this is just telling me I need to rewatch that movie probably, but it's been a while. I said it was my mother's one of my mother's favorites, but I haven't really watched it outside of times that I've watched it with her. So, and of course it's been some time. Oop. Owie. Can I actually grip the quote unquote the platform here, like with my toes slightly while I try to make it over these spines? I would very much appreciate it, game. Okay, there we go. We made it a little farther. This is probably not going to be a quick room, but just in general, but especially since I'm having to do more and more diagonals here. Owie. Dang. That was closer than I expected it to be, but still so far. Man. And the soldier moves his left foot before. Yeah. Now I think I remember. I definitely remember the scene now. It was actually kind of just I felt mildly embarrassed in the sense that, hey, this is one of my mother's favorite movies, and I can't remember the dang scene just off the top of my head, or the quote. Okay, so that room was thankfully less painful than I anticipated it to be, but this one could be, yeah. These are traveling much shorter than I expected them to, honestly, but... Oh boy. I can get adjusted, but... Ow. It's one of those rare scenes you can almost quote daily and it fits. course, there's also the fun one from that just gets used over and over. G.I. Joe PSA messages, you know, going, "Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe." Dang. I think I almost had that, but I definitely fumbled on that. Fumbled the last second there. And I missed. Okay. There was an attempt to salvage, but it didn't work. Gosh, this is such good music, though. Oops. Again, a time when I didn't want to do the diagonal and I wound up doing it anyway. Dang it. I keep almost having it, but... One step forward, 2 steps back, right? Okay, we made it through that room. Huzzah! And this is gonna be pain, but okay. I'll figure it out. Yep. Okay, so... I need to adjust it down just enough where it gets through that. And then keep going is the other challenge there. Okay. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I could be. It seems very possible, probable, likely. Yeah, I keep wanting to duck there, and I should probably just be riding on the side. Yeah, that's just not gonna... Oh, hold on. I almost made it work. Except for I probably need the block to follow me. This is definitely going to be one of those I'm coming back to this on Wednesday type of rooms, but... I keep trying to manage that just to try to get a better view of what's coming up. Oopsies. Oh, that's a problem. There's probably a more consistent way to do this, I would say, but... Historical irony of the scene isn't lost on you being part Irish yourself, but the overall message... just too funny not to use, especially games like that. Yeah. I get what you mean, Hawkeye. Keep at it, you're getting farther on average. Well, thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence. Uh-oh. Yep, that definitely didn't work out for me there. I just wanted to at least see if I could explore a little farther, see how much farther I needed to take that thing. Oop. Owie. Ah. Yeah, the whole idea on that extra jump there is just to try to get an idea of what's coming up and how much I need to adjust the block for it. It's an I know I lost that attempt, but okay. So I need to get it this far at least to go through those crystals there. Oh, I was just off. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, just... I second-guessed myself, and that's what got it there. Don't think that's possible without the block, at least not in any way that's even remotely beginner-friendly. Yeah, I was just... When I was going that far, it was just trying to get a rough idea of, like, how far do I need to take this block? You know? Kinda plan ahead type of situation. Just like, how much do I need to do to get through here? Oh gosh. Dang it. I definitely got farther that time. Whoopsies. Yeah, I just completely messed that up. The order of operations there. Oh, man. Owie. Curses. And that's of course a lot easier than trying to grab onto its side there. Owie. Except then I run into that issue. There was an attempt to return. I got way too... That was way too early on that. Oopsies. So close yet so far, you'll get it eventually. I'm sure I'll get it eventually. Everything that's felt even close to impossible has been possible. It's just, how long is it going to take me? How many times am I going to die before I get there? You know? Dang it. Oof. I got farther. I'd love to get through this room today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Because we have like 8 minutes left on that. Because it's coming up on dinner time, I gotta fix food for the folks. Nope. I tried to salvage. It did not work out. Plenty of time. Yeah, I'm starting to realize climb is probably a little slow there, but I'm just so used to it. You know? I gotta remember. Kick, don't climb. Nope. That is not how that was supposed to go, but okay. We kept it going. You call shenanigans on the spike death, I should have gotten through that. So, some of the spike deaths are a little iffy. Yeah, but at times I would say, whoop. Hold on. Ah, dang it. Well, there had been progress, at least. Ow. Yeah, I'm willing to accept most spike deaths as probably legit, you know? I am a beginner, so... I made it! Oh, thank goodness. I made it through that room. Okie dokie. Now what? I don't think I'm making it through this on 5 minutes, but... See, told you it was plenty of time. I will never doubt you again. Not that I completely doubted you, but that was infinitely easier than the last room to me. But different things are difficult for different people, so. Nope. I probably should have gone up, but... Nope. Owie. Boy, these levels sure are rocky, aren't ya? Aren't they? But bump. That one backwards jump is kind of hard, otherwise you think the room is very doable. I see what you mean about the backwards jump. It windy. Yeah, it sure is. Oopsies. Oh no. It sure do be windy. And this is one of those times when a little bit of folk wisdom spouted by a comedian kind of doesn't turn out true, which is that you know, that it's not that the wind is blowing, it's what the wind is blowing. In this case, it's definitely that the wind is blowing. I don't know why I sometimes slip and sometimes don't, but I guess because I kind of ease up a little bit too much and if what the wind is blowing then is you, then technically true. Yeah, that is definitely not the way that's meant to go, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we're gonna throw ourselves at this a couple more times just to try to see the layout again here. Because, yeah. I'm assuming that I'm trying to involve the bubble too much on the backwards jump portion. And that's what's throwing me off here. Because I'm kind of assuming that it's involved, and I could be very mistaken about that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I made it. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, 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 no. Of course. At least standing all the way at the left edge of the map here, it doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Oh my gosh, that was a jump and a half, man. So we are technically a little over time at the moment, but I at least want to see what this room looks like. Wind ignores you until you first move after respawning. That's... I very much appreciate that. Oop. Oh boy. Oh. I made it farther than I expected on that, at least. It's probably, like, the worst way to do it, but... Because there was a bubble right there. It could have saved me a dash or two. There's not much left after this point. You almost got... Okay. Now, the tricky part is getting the directionals correct now for this, is pretty much the way you do it too, Baguette. Ow. Whatever feels right. I should be saving that last bit of, dash there, I'm pretty sure. And then I can do that, and okay. That travels a lot less far than I thought it would, honestly. Oop. It's slippery. Who put the banana peel? Okay, we're definitely giving this a couple more tries today, but I don't think we're making it through this room. You're not convinced the bubble's helping? Yeah, true. I was starting to think it might be a trap, honestly. Just like, oh, look at this. This'll be helpful. No, it isn't. Maybe for the stamina reset. I think the tricky part here is gonna be get the stamina reset and like downward diagonal or something out of the bubbles. I could be mistaken, just so it, you know, not hitting the spikes, but you definitely need to spam right dash out of it. And there's that too. That could very well be the case. Oh boy. Yep, that just wasn't working. Ow. And then of course I dashed there anyway. Okay, let's see here. Whoop. I made it through the spikes there, but ow. Trying to land on that one square. I'm definitely going overtime at this point, but I just want to see if I can somehow get the combo right going on here. Just one more room, right? Exactly. And see, this is how doing it without the bubble there. Like, it's doable for sure. Seems fairly consistent, yeah. And then I need to go diagonal up. Or not diagonal up. Diagonal left up, I should say. And get that wall, probably. Ow. Yeah. That did not work as hoped. Crud. Speaking of did not work as hoped, me sliding off the sides of these rocks here. Ow, because I already knew where that was going. Oop. Don't ask why that suddenly happened. I couldn't tell you. Oh boy. That... I didn't get the jump I was hoping to get there. Almost made it through. Okay. Oh, and now the wind stops. Now the wind stops, and I think now is a good time for me to say we're calling it, because boy, if there is this, then it's gonna be a mess of a room. All you had to do was believe you had the height. Yeah, I think now is a good time for me to be calling it, probably. We'll give it like one college try just for the sake of it today. But I guarantee we're not making it through this room first try. Yeah, well, we're not counting that one. That's a mulligan situation. But yeah, okay, that was a good old try on that one, I think. The first one was just like, oh, forgot I can't move these from the side. But yeah. Stamina management is tricky in that one, I bet. But yeah. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope to see you on Wednesday. We should be continuing on with Celeste. Hopefully tech issues are now resolved, because today has been going relatively well. Things went off mostly without a hitch, just had to make sure everything installed properly from new hardware. But yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. I hope to see you on Wednesday. And take care. Bye-bye.